Hey guys, here to talk about longDivision, a new plugin from me, Bruce James. This is the way that it looks, and I have it on this really simple 4-bar bass. There's two brass and a drum loop, and we're just going to go through and see how it sounds, and then I'm going to show you that it collapses to mono perfectly no matter how crazy we get. So we'll start with the bass, and then we'll just hit the null so we hear what we're doing. All right, so I'm going to bring the width up. And so, because I don't want the low end to be wide, I can bring up the high pass filter. And then the resolution gets kind of crazy. It becomes an effect beyond that. But you can also add the LFO. If it sounds if you don't like that static the way it sounds with the way it's panned, you can add the LFO. Let's turn off null. And here I'll bypass. On. Bypass. And here I'll take this all the way up to 8. And then if I go down here, if you collapse it, it sums perfectly back to the way that it was. All right, so let's bring this back to a reasonable level. And then we'll bring in one of these other instruments. All right, so this guy, we'll just add the width, and then we'll use the tilt to make it wider, but it's going to favor the right side. Bring the wet down. All right, and then we'll go to the next one. Because everything has got to be symmetry, so we'll bring that to the other side. And we'll bring in the drums. And we'll solo out these for a second, because this is what makes longDivision interesting. Is that we're gonna go null here, and I'm gonna bring up the width, and we're gonna use this correlation window. So we're gonna try to leave the kick and snare out of it. But we don't want the super distant stuff either. And then the attack and release is how quickly it transitions from the effect back to what it was doing. So obviously with that pretty short, it can get pretty crazy. So bring that release up. And then we'll bypass. And you can bring the wet down. Can we hear what we're doing? So yeah, it's pretty subtle, but you can make these sounds sound like wider without making them sound crazy. And then I'll just show you the resolution here. So the resolution go down to 4. So you have 4 bands doing the left and right. And then if you take it all the way up, you can get almost almost like a pitch envelope sound. We'll put them all together. We'll bypass all of these effects. So that's straight down the middle. Much wider. Anyways, that's it. Sorry for the repetitive loop. I know you guys hate that, but yeah, it's available now. Thank you.